Okay, so we are at the Washington Park Mall in Bartersville, Oklahoma. And I'm going to do a little driving tour around Bartlesville and then take us over to Pawhuska, where the Mercantile is, and all the renovations that Lee Drummond has been doing over there in those buildings. Very neat to see, and I'll get into more of that story here in a little bit. But Washington Park Mall has been here in Bartersville probably at least 30 years, I'd say. The newest occupant here is Dunham Sports. You have a very nice Dillard's, but the rest of the staples have shut down. You used to have a Sears and a J.C. Penney's, but those are no longer here with the issues those companies have been having in the last few years. So here in this little building on the left is McAllister's Deli. Great place to go get a sandwich. We're going to go by here, the entrance that has the Wall of Fame. It's a veteran memorial, and this is also the entrance where you go into the theater here in Bartersville. So, but my grandparents lived here in Bartersville while I was growing up. My grandfather worked for Phillips Petroleum, and my uncle did also for many years. And so our family has a long history here with the town of Bartersville. My parents lived here for a while. My sister still currently lives here. Reason I'm here at the moment is I've been helping her move. And I didn't think it was possible for someone to have more stuff than I did, but not. I found that I was incorrect. Anyhow, this is I-75. I-75 is the main thoroughfare between Tulsa and Topeka, Kansas. 75 also goes all the way down to Dallas, Texas. So it's a long north-south through route. Turn here right on Price Street. The Price family was another oil industry family here, and they are responsible for the two Frank Lloyd Wright buildings that are in Bartersville, the Price Home and the Price Tower. And the Price Tower is the only office building ever designed and constructed by Frank Lloyd Wright. You'll find if you go there, eat at the Copper Restaurant, I believe there's a hotel inside the Frank Lloyd Wright building that you can stay at. They have a nice little visitor center, but the elevators are very small to get up and go take a tour of the building, but definitely worth it. We'll be going past here, Hillcrest Country Club, after the little roundabout, the $1 million roundabout, only roundabout in Bartersville, I believe. Hillcrest is where my dad played golf. Drummond, his dad, lived on the golf course. I think it's where she grew up. My dad played golf with her dad quite a bit. But it is a beautiful golf course. I have two great memories here. The first is kind of caddying for my dad as he was playing in the senior club championship and helping him win that, kind of giving him little tips here and there. And then the second one is that Hillcrest hosted the NCAA regional playoffs here, and got to see Jack Nicklaus's son play, and Jack was following him around the golf course for the regionals, so that was pretty spectacular. Now, this is the kind of a back way to get into downtown Bartlesville, and this will take you past Bartersville High School and through the old historic homes neighborhood in Bartersville. There's some beautiful large houses here, and you will also find Frank Phillips home here. And the interesting thing about taking the tour of the Frank Phillips home is that the amount of money that they spent on each floor went less as they went up. So the first floor is always the most extravagant, and then as you got up to the top, the third floor up at the top, it was less well furnished and designed, and the living areas are not as well architected as the areas where visitors would come. Now, if you're in this area, and as I say, lots of reasons to come visit here, besides going to the Mercantile in Pawhuska, you have Wool Rock, which Wool Rock stands for Woods, Lake, and Rock, and Rocks. That's where Frank Phillips built his hunting lodge. He has taxidermy there from animals that have been hunted, that he hunted all over the world, which for some people that might be a good thing or a bad thing. But here we are getting into the old historic homes. Of Quite a few people already have Halloween decorations out. And we'll take the long tour around the Frank Phillips house. You can see the gazebo and the my sister arranged for us to have family photos taken here at the Frank Phillips home. So, great place to get that done if you can. Thing is about Bartersville and with the Frank Phillips family, a lot of oil money here, so you have a lot of well-designed structures built. Now we'll be turning left up here on Adams. I say that was originally priced turning on to Hillcrest Street and then turns basically into Cherokee Avenue. But as we turn here on the left, this is the Bartlesville Symphony building. The big event they have here every year is called OK Mozart. Bartersville Community Center. As we turn right here on Dewey Avenue, this will take us right by the Price Tower here on the right, which is the Frank Lloyd Wright design building. There are no 90-degree angles in the building. I say I didn't make any notes for this, just going through sharing my experiences. You know, my one set of grandparents lived here, my other set of grandparents lived up in Caney, Kansas, which is just 30 miles north of here. But this was the main headquarters of Phillips Petroleum for a very long time. I know that they have merged with Conoco, so it's now Conoco Phillips. Right here on the right is the Phillips Museum that kind of gives the history of the company. And Conoco was founded in Ponca City, Oklahoma, which is about an hour's drive west of here. But there's some neat shops. There's a little chocolate shop over here, Boomerang Diner, Painted Horse Bar and Grill, Hideaway Pizza. Yeah, Omega Chocolate. That's the name of it. Really good handcrafted chocolate. Here on the left is Arvest Bank. Now, having here crossing second, my sister tells me that's good. On the right here is Frank and Lola's restaurant, which is probably one of the best restaurants in Bartlesville. There on the left was the Copper and Mill Brewery. Up ahead you can see the old rail station. And as you can see, they're working on repaving the roads here. I know this building on the left here, they just completely remodeled. There are some lofts upstairs there that you can rent. And then here's one last view of the ConocoPhillips office buildings here before taking off to Pawhuska. Now, I've been going to and through Pawhuska for 30 odd years, and it was almost an old, I mean, it was basically a ghost town up until Reed Drummond came in and bought the Mercantile building, refinanced it, has a restaurant there now, and also redid what's now the hotel there. So that's a big improvement for this little town of just a couple thousand people. I think they have more people come and visit it a day than live in the town itself. But when I was in college and working at the bank in Caney, an employee at the bank, Nona Black, her son, they'd moved up to Caney from Pawhuska, and so he went back there quite often, and I went along with him a few times. We'd pick up, that was Murphy's Steakhouse, by the way, old established, good place to go grab a meal. Anyhow, but yeah, her son, we'd go pick up a case of Coors Light and drive over to Pawhuska, and really surprised that things didn't go wrong more often over there. Okay, this is part of the reason why we're out making this drive today. Is I don't know if you know about diesel trucks, but they have this diesel exhaust system that, in mine, you have to drive at highway speeds, or it gets to the point where, as you just saw, engine power reduced. I can floor it, and that doesn't go anywhere. But back to my story about going over Pawhuska. Is, there was, and this is the airport here on the right. A lot of old military buildings there, I believe, at one point in time. But I remember being, as I say, drunk over here one night, 2 o'clock in the morning in Pawhuska, watching a drag race out on in the middle of the highway somewhere. Don't remember how we got there, but just vaguely remember watching these two cars drag down the highway. Seem to remember that maybe a gun got pulled on me over here because someone didn't like me very much. I don't remember that much either. Most of the time I was over here, it was pretty Oklahoma Heritage Trail. I'll have to look that up. That's a new sign. Hadn't seen that. But Pawhuska, is a high percentage Indian population. This is in Osage County, Osage Indians, and they were given this land, and then it was discovered that it had oil on it, and so they became a very rich Indian tribe. And there's a book out that goes into all the great lengths that the Osage Indians were tried to trick out of their money. But anyhow, I'll put a link to that book in the description below. Oh, good, the sun's coming out. This will be a beautiful drive over here through the rolling hills. Maybe I can finally get the diesel exhaust system blown out again. I don't have the engine power reduced, and cleaning exhaust filter. Should probably bypass it, but just quite haven't ever gotten to that. I've got 160,000 miles on the truck now. Bought it at 46,000, so I've put 115,000 miles on it. But anyhow, I think as far as commentary goes, we're at 30 minutes here of my quick drive through Bartlesville, and I will sign off here and give you some music for the rest of the drive over to Pawhuska. And you can see the buildings down there. Maybe I'll sign back in and give a little commentary when I get over there. But anyhow, if you like what I'm doing, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And other than that, thank you and have a great day.
Posting pictures on the gram so other people know that we're more than friends. And ever since you came around, I've never been sober, always in my head. Met you at a time when I was so low, went from just talking to taking you home. I don't wanna go back to who I used to be, so if you ever leave me, promise you won't let me down. But sometimes you can't handle your emotions, and I guess that's okay. Met you at a time when I was so low, went from just talking to taking you home. I don't wanna go back to who I used to be, so if you ever leave me, promise you won't let me drown. Promise you won't let me down. Promise you won't let me drown. Yeah. Oh, let me drown. Oh, no. Met you at a time when I was so low, went from just talking to taking you home. I don't wanna go back to who I used to be, so if you ever leave me, promise you won't let me drown. Won't let me drown. No. Promise you won't let me drown. Won't let me drown. Won't let me drown. Don't let me drown. Promise you won't let me drown.
Okay, we'll turn this back on. We've driven about 20 minutes probably since leaving the airport at Bartersville. Huh, that's a new little rest area built there. But we are here on the outskirts of Pawhuska on my 4th engine power reduced message. Government regulations run amok and causing Did I pass the casino? I thought there was a casino there on the right. That's a big new Casey's. But yeah, the diesel exhaust filter systems having to add DEF. I had heard that maybe they were going to get rid of that regulation, but we'll see. It's causes a lot of issues. But anyhow, this is Pawhuska, as I believe this is the headquarters of the Osage Nation. And this town, because of Reed Drummond, has been completely revitalized. I was thinking I might stop here for lunch, but I've got to keep driving until this exhaust filter deal goes away, and I don't know how long that'll take. Another used to be a Pizza Hut on the right, now a Buffalo Joe's. But yeah, all the buildings in downtown Pawhuska here used to be just vacant, nothing here. All that changed, was it 3 years ago, when they opened up the Mercantile, and now people come from all over the world to visit Pawhuska, Oklahoma, go to the Mercantile, and buy things from the pioneer woman. This is the Mercantile building here on the right. And then the hotel here right next to it. That's a one-way street. We'll drive up here to the Osage County Courthouse. If the truck will make it up the hill. $1 million Inn. Now the casino here, and that reminded me, the $1 Million Inn, that the Osage Nation has a tree here that they called the $1 Million Elm, and I'll have to provide a link to the history of, and it might have had to do with the oil business portion of it. Oh, and I almost forgot about that. Just north of here is the Tallgrass Prairie, which is a nature conservancy preserve. Has a lot of wild buffalo on it, so definitely worth going and checking out. And nobody in Pawhuska today. You used to be lucky if there was 2 cars on the street as you came by. I am not eating at the Mercantile today. I can tell you that right now. Holy smokes. It's gotten even more people than when it first opened up. I don't see a line of people waiting to get in though. Back here is the best place to find a parking spot and to walk to the Mercantile. And there's the Mercantile on the right. Turning, I can go. So we'll drive out here west of town. I think it's a 10-minute drive to get to where the Drummond Ranch is. Might be a little bit more than that, but I'll leave the cameras rolling till we get to that point in time. Here on the right is a little barbecue joint called Bad Brad's Barbecue, and it's supposed to be really good. And by the number of cars and semis abandoned on the highway there, I would guess that it probably is. Anyhow, I'm going to sign off here. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and thank you very much, and have a great day. So yeah, we'll be coming up here shortly on the Drummond Ranch sign. Here on US 60 West. As I say, it's about 10 miles or so west of Pawhuska. And as you can see, we're now past the rolling hills and the tree line. The Drummond Ranch, I believe, is over 100,000 acres. I think 140,000 acres. Probably one of the largest ranches in Oklahoma. And the sign here to the Drummond Ranch shows up on Google Maps, so I guess you could probably just type in Drummond Ranch sign and you will find it right here on the right. That's it. Entrance to the Drummond Ranch. So thank you very much again. I've had some phenomenal growth this month from people watching, so I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a great day.